Come to me, grief, forever, forever. Come to me, grief, forever, forever.
Come to me, grief, forever.
Come to me, 'tis day and night,
These Tudor manuscripts are of a kind that were once relatively common, but are now exceptionally rare. These ones have been kept partly because they are so beautiful, they're exquisitely made, and also because the contents of them are quite rare. In the 16th century, it was normal for singers to perform from books that only had the music that each individual voice needed to sing. So a soprano would have the music for the soprano, the alto would have the music for the alto, and they wouldn't be able to see what one another was doing.
My ensemble Magnificat is celebrating its 25th anniversary this year, and we're delighted to be singing this wonderful music here in the spectacular setting of Christ Church Library, where the manuscripts are part of the collection.
9, 10, so that's right, so they start.
We've recorded and performed a great deal of Tudor music, including many of the pieces in Dow's collection. He clearly venerated and loved this music, and it's wonderful for us to be able to turn his great calligraphy into real sound. The sound world of the music in these books is quite extraordinary, where the composer balances the voices together from high soprano part to low bass part. He gives them all their own prominence in the texture. Sometimes they all sing simultaneously, sometimes it's one voice comes in after another, and so we get this wonderful polyphonic effect of many voices building up and singing together.
Robert Dow collected in particular music by two composers, William Byrd, who he may have known personally, and Robert White. As for Byrd, it's particularly interesting. He seems to have been able to get works from Byrd shortly after the man had written them, and the versions that Byrd then went on to publish a few years later are revised, they're slightly different. So when we go to the Dow Partbooks, we have Byrd's first thoughts.
Come to Me, Grief is a lament on the death of Sir Philip Sidney, and Byrd's music for this setting is a very simple, beautiful strophic song with several verses lamenting the death of Sidney. Oh, Sidney is dead. It's a very sad piece, but really very beautiful. Another piece in the collection is a sacred piece. It's based on a biblical text, a setting by William Byrd of Le Tentor Celi, a really happy, upbeat anthem, full of celebration, very different in its character and texture. You will hear the various voices coming in imitation, one voice coming in, one after another, all singing the same tune. And then Byrd starts the second half of the piece with a really beautiful verse for just three of the singers, and then everybody comes in again and repeats the same music. It's a very fine piece and great fun to sing.